Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, how's it going, you guys? How's it going? Okay, I'm popping in early today because it has been a beautiful day of some really great conversations with some of my new clients that I've taken on for coaching, and a couple new women within my primary beloved business. And those struggles are all circling around they didn't have enough support from their original team or their primary business or past primary business, sorry. And they weren't getting the right training. They weren't getting any kind of direction, and their leadership and their support and their guidance and direction wasn't there, okay? So this is for you guys that have been struggling for support, struggling with training, struggling with leadership or the lack of. So this is what this is all about today, because like I said, there's been several conversations, so I have some ideas and some tips and tricks to share with you right now so you can increase your skills and your knowledge within your team. I mean, I know that I've got it good. I know within my circle, within my coaching and my businesses, that we have amazing support. We have terrific leadership, and we absolutely have like the best training that's off the hook for working our businesses on social media, specifically Instagram and Facebook. So, I'm not so worried about my team, but I'm always worried and caring about all my other friends out there, because we're not all in the same business, okay? So first and foremost is communication. We don't know what we don't know until we ask the right questions. So let's start with your team. Whether you are a team of 1 or whether you're a team of 10 or 100, these questions and these ideas are going to be very, very helpful for you, especially, we're just past the middle of the month. There's lots of Rocktober that's left for us to enjoy. And there's some great things happening the closer we get to the end of the month, especially being, our Halloween month. Okay, so first tip, jumping right into this, is setting the expectations. Set the expectations within yourself as a leader, that you have set up, a quick start guide, and if your company's isn't the best but you just love what you're doing, well then build that, be that leader, build the right guide, build the right support. Whether you're setting those expectations when it comes to communications, tagging people to those informations and the trainings or new teachings, checking in often, say, okay, get started, check out these files, watch these get started videos, and I'm going to check in with you in 2 days. Pen them in and actually follow up with them when you say you're going to follow up with them. Continue to build that trust and that credibility that you're going to follow through with your word. Okay, at that time, then you can begin to ask the questions. Okay, what is your biggest challenge right now, and how can I be of help? Okay, so those are some great starter questions to ask at the beginning of a teammate's get started, or even every month. Ask them, what is your biggest challenge right now, and how can I help? Okay. Within your team, once you've set those expectations and they're following through, and you're giving them the tips and the training and the support and the training and the guidance, giving them all the things that they might have been struggling with in their past businesses, making sure that they're plugged in onto the Facebook groups, making sure that they know where the files are and the trainings are, talk about within the challenges, making sure that they've had great welcomes, you're cheering them on. Take advantage of today's technology. Leverage team Zoom calls. Leverage the technology by building upwards of, sharing your Facebook Lives in your team groups so they can get the extra goodness. The cream, the cherry on top of the whipped cream sundae is what the goodness you're going to give them. So, and asking them, as a business unit, what can we do to do better? What can we do to do better? Reflecting, encouraging people to reflect within themselves, reflect within their actions, and so they can build forward, okay? The other tip that always, as us as leaders, is we have to respond promptly, okay? There's many conversations going on within our businesses, especially if you are still actively prospecting and you're networking within different circles, but your team and your clients should always be, the top of those lists. When people ask questions of those people, you've got to respond promptly, no more than a couple of hours. And even if it's something like I had to do yesterday, it's like, hey, I'm spending some time, I'm tied up at the moment, but I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Even if you don't answer their question, acknowledge them that, you've seen their message, okay? The other great thing that you should be doing every month is talk, and certainly more than once a month, is talk with your active doers. The movers and the shakers, the jivers that are going on, the people that are really making it rock and roll within the month. Talk to your active participants. Send them a voice message, a quick clip, an email, a phone call, a text message, anything to say, hey, what's going on in your world? What's your biggest challenge? How can I help? And then always be reaching up and pulling people upwards. At that time, at least once a month, talk with your actives, the people that are actively building your businesses. And we wish it was more. We wish it was everybody, but ultimately we probably know we only have like less than 25 to 30% that are actively building our businesses every day. Ask those keeners, ask your shakers and doers, who's your little rock stars, within your team? Who are the people that are, just getting started, but they're on fire? They're working, actively, not caring about perfection. They're just doing it. Find out who they are and send them a little message. See if there's any extra goodness you can send their way, any extra help, support, making sure that people that are the keeners sitting at the front row of the classroom are going to get started on the best way, okay? Because we're all busy, but you might be able to help shorten their learning curve and support your team at the same time, okay? So the last tip that I want to leave with you guys when it comes to working within your team is just knowing that if you've set the right guidance and the guidelines, you're constantly being in contact with them throughout the week and throughout the month and responding promptly. Send out those extra goodnesses, making sure that you're giving recognition. Anytime you can cheer or celebrate or congratulate lifts everybody's spirits, okay? So making sure that your cheers and your congratulations, you're just cheering the heck out of everything we possibly can, because we all need more of that within our world, okay? So let's hop into this from a client perspective. Say that you are also in a business that you have customers and you have clients. So, how can we keep connected with those and constantly be, of course, increasing our potential sales, increasing our goodness and our value? So I took some extra notes. Is just making sure that when you are touching base, at least once a month, preferably twice a month, is you're always seeking to add to their goodness, okay? When we're adding to their goodness, it allows us to potentially make more sales and let them know that we're here and we actually really care about them, okay? Sales are great, signups are great, but it has to begin from that same servant heart, that seeking to understand and help, that originally intrigued that person to want to reach out and connect with you and purchase your product. So the first question is, we have to ask them, how are you loving your products? How are you loving what's going on within your world? What's working fantastic for you? How are you feeling? Always in a happy and a positive way, because you're seeking, to see how they are really loving what's going on within their world. Because that's when you get to ask. It's like, okay, well, there's some new things happening, because almost every company out there has something new or a new twist or something creative or goodness going on within their month. So at that time, you can ask the questions, is like, hey, is there anything that you're running low on? Is there anything that, you're open to having a conversation about the good things coming? Like I shared, every company's got a promotion running, every company's got a new product that's coming out. So this is the perfect time where if you have a fence sitter, someone who's saying, well, no, not right now, or no, not yet, or, message me on payday, remind me. At that time, that's that perfect moment to do those follow-ups, to get back to those people and ask them, and touch base with them saying, hey, there's some fantastic fall incentives going on. There's some specials going on. There's some extra goodness. There's some bonuses. There's something going on that I just didn't want to leave you out of the loop. It would be remiss of me if I didn't reach out to you. Never presume that someone has opened up your newsletter. Never presume that someone didn't see your Facebook post. Never presume that they didn't see your blog post or your Facebook Live or something like that. Never assume or presume that someone, a past client or a current customer has not seen your special bonus, okay, or has not seen your special promotion, your free giveaway, your raffle, your Facebook group event. Never presume that. Always craft the messages when you're connecting with them or the email that is kind of personalized, okay? You don't want to get tossed into Facebook jail by sending the same kind of salesy, spammy, cut and copy message to 50 or 100 or 200 women. We don't want you to get tossed into Facebook jail, okay? So making sure that we're always remembering that referrals are a great thing. So if your company has that ability to, leverage customers of customers, asking for referrals, like, hey, I'm going to be doing some, extra Christmas early giveaways. Do you know who would be a great referral for, the products that you already love? Especially if they're saying like, hey, my best friend absolutely loved how my skin is glowing, or my best friend said, you look fantastic, you've lost weight. So ask for those referrals, especially if you know that that woman or that friend has gotten a compliment because of the good stuff that she's on, because she's a customer of yours, okay? Because that's what makes the world go around, right? Okay, especially for us within our marketing businesses. So I wanted to leave you these tips because they can make a huge difference, especially coming into the end of the month, and there are some good things coming. Okay, so right now at the top of your head, if you are struggling with support, if you are struggling with training or leadership or education, you absolutely love our industry and our profession, but you have struggled with these things, or you are still currently struggling with these things, do reach out to me, okay? Because as you know, every month right after the 15th, I have finished crafting and creating my own personal bonuses, my own personal incentives for my new teammates for the month of October. This is where I get to give out extra goodness, okay? And I have 4 bonuses that are on top of our amazing training, that are on top of, some of the best attraction marketing trainers and business coaches that I can get my hands on that are within my leadership group, okay? So if you are open to a new adventure, if you are seeking something exciting for the month of October, then reach out to me. Ask me what my incentives and bonuses are. Ask me what the heck social retail is and how vastly different it is from the normalcy of your regular MLMs out there, okay? Information is power, and it would be remiss of me if I didn't keep you in the loop and help bring you to the sunny side of life, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.